My name is Jontae James, and I represent NatureTrak. No, absolutely. NatureTrak is a cannabis risk platform for the banking system. So what we do, we're tracking not only the product, but the money and validating that these are legal transactions in the cannabis industry before they hit the banking system. No, definitely. So what we've built is that we have a RESTful API or an enterprise level API. And this API allows us to aggregate the data from all the softwares that the cannabis companies are using. So they're bound by government to use like a track and trace system or an inventory management system, right? So we aggregate into that. In the distribution side, it could be their logistics system, or at the retail level, their POS system, right? So we're integrating into these systems, and then we're aggregating that data, and then we're doing a license verification on those transactions in real time. So then now when those transactions come into the bank, we are verifying that this is a legally tracked product. If there's anything that comes up that doesn't meet our rules engine, whether the manifest number didn't match or maybe the beneficial ownership is off, then we flag the transaction and it gets held in what we call like basically an escrow. It'll get held until the teller or the BSA agent is able to now do verification or contact the company to say what is going on with this transaction. And once that meets their standards, they can either approve it or disapprove that transaction. Money 2020 has been great so far. So we were actually part of the Startup City. We were one of the top 20 companies. So we pitched on stage in the Leadership Lounge. And so what that means to us is we're the only cannabis related company that is here, which was really huge. And it's really a validation not only from the cannabis perspective, but from the fintech perspective, right? That they're looking at this and that this is a major issue that they want to tackle, and that we have software and that we have technology that's being very disruptive in this really large market. Oh, there's a lot of big things coming in store. So I mean, the biggest thing now is we've kind of been behind the scenes with the banks. Now we're really stepping out and we're saying, hey, we can track cannabis legally, right? And allowing the financial institutions to actually bank cannabis, or cannabis banking unlocked is what we like to say, right? And then from there, we're really scaling. Currently, right now, we're mainly and primarily in California, but we're expanding into Illinois, into Massachusetts, Oklahoma, Florida. So we're really starting to expand our services because we have a lot of credit unions knocking at our door. And Money 2020 has been really a gateway for us. We're the gateway for banking. Well, Money 2020 has been a gateway for us to get access to these financial institutions. Our biggest challenge and issue is always going to be at the federal level, right? But we've taken the steps to make sure we meet all these guidelines, right? We're FinCEN approved. We're a government approved integrator. We are BSA AML compliant. So we're always staying on the cutting edge of what's going on at the regulation side, and we can quickly adjust if there's any changes. So we're always watching closely, like the Safe Banking Act just passed the House, right? So what that means to a lot of people, they're like, oh, cannabis is going to be legal, we're just going to open up the floodgates. Well, that doesn't mean that at all. It means compliance is going to get higher. We had the Farm Bill from the CBD and hemp side, another win for the industry or for the plant. Well, then the FDA got involved, right? So there's going to be a lot more regulations and compliance because this is medicine at the end of the day. And so as more regulation comes in, more compliance is needed, and the NatureTrak will be that company that really takes the compliance to the next level and be that compliance solution for cannabis.